All right, YouTube, which one you got? I know that I'm not the first one to do this comparison because they are very uh, close competitors in terms of their features and their shape, the ergonomics, and just kind of the overall vibe and the type of player that would be looking for either of these guitars. I'm going to do a comparison sound wise and show you a couple of physical differences between these two instruments. And let's just go ahead and get cracking on this. So this Charvel, I got this for right at $700, maybe a little over $700 from musicians for or not musicians from Sweetwater. Excuse me. I got this for a little over $700 from Sweetwater about 7.5 years ago, and at that price point, this instrument is killer. They're $1,000 now. I don't think this is $1,000 guitar. As solid and reliable and great playing as this thing is, I don't think it's $1,000 instrument because it's missing some things that this one and the non-exotic version of this Super Shredder Schecter have that this doesn't have, and the 24 fret. Um, uh, I'm drawing a blank on the model, but there's a 24 fret version of this one that has a better neck pocket heel joint than this San Dimas. And even at the $1,200 price point of that Charvel, I don't think that it's as good as this $1,200 guitar. Which again, I paid $900 for this thing used on Reverb, which great deal. I think it would have been a great deal at $1,200, $1,300, whatever their MSRP is. But these are these are very different feeling and playing instruments. The neck pocket on this thing is incredible on the Charvel. I mean, excuse me, on the Schecter, and the Charvel. It's you play around the neck joint, to be honest. And there are some songs I might have mentioned in my review video for this thing, um, where we'll play "Sweet Child of Mine," and you're up there on that big bend at during the second half of the solo, up there, and you're bending hard as you can. Your hands are sweaty. You've been playing all night. Your hands are sweaty, and you're just praying that your finger holds a grip on that string, because if it starts to slip and you feel it slip, and you're sitting there just digging in even harder to try and maintain that perfect E note, man, it sucks. And I can't count how many times that struggle has been the bane of my existence on stage. But beyond that one particular song, there are some other songs where I'm eating up here, beyond the 15th fret, and it's a handful of pocket of neck joint here, and on this one it's just there's nothing there but frets, and that's really nice to have. So the other big difference that you will notice between these two guitars is how heavy this Schecter is. It is a very heavy guitar. Again, I don't know the exact specs. I'll probably look it up, throw them in the somewhere on the screen here. I can but I can personally attest to the weight of this thing. It starts to get to you on those 3 hour, 4 hour nights where you're playing just all night. I do have a very comfortable strap. Actually, I'll show it to you real quick. This is by Caro, and it's this really nice thick foam, and it is super comfortable. It's not it's not going to win any style awards, but what it does win is my heart. Actually, no. It wins the award for not making my fingers go numb from a strap digging into whatever nerve or whatever that mess is up there as the night goes on, because that does happen. So it's nice to have a strap that's comfortable where I can just play and not worry about any sort of arm fatigue, finger numbness, you name it. It's nice. So for a very heavy guitar like this thing, it's nice to have. if you really don't like heavy guitars, this ain't it. This guitar ain't it. Go buy a Strandberg because that thing weighs nothing. This is still a heavy guitar. The Charvel is not a light guitar by any means, but it's not. This is a chunk right here. This is a big chunky boy. I guess it's just a really, really dense limba. I guess it's just a really dense wood. And the Wingay, I think that's how you pronounce it, neck. I've heard that that's really heavy too. So it's probably just a combination of all these exotic woods that are just heavier. So anyways, pickups. These are the stock Schecter USA pickups. And this is the Seymour Duncan Saturday Night Special neck pickup. Absolutely by far my favorite neck pickup I've ever played through, hands down. I think the DiMarzio Original Evolution neck pickup is probably a close second. And then it's got the Sir blah 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 blah. Which one is it? The Doug Aldrich pickup. And I've had 4 different pickups in this thing, and the Aldrich is my favorite. This is a very bright and sharp sound that comes out of this Charvel, and I think that the Sir pickup has enough of a low end and lower mid range to kind of even that out a little bit. It's still a bright guitar, but not as bright as the JB, the Saturday Night Special, and whatever other one I had in there was. But anyways, 3-way pickup selector on the Charvel, which by far my favorite way to select pickups, and I'll probably end up just getting a 3-way toggle switch put in this thing. Just a volume knob and a 3-way switch on the Charvel. That's all I need. I never touch a tone knob, so I don't know. I might end up throwing a coil tap switch on this thing for the neck pickup in particular, just because I never would tap a bridge pickup, but I think the neck pickup coil tap, I love the way that sounded on my C66, my green Carvin that had the DiMarzio Evolutions. So anyways, I'm going to shut up now and I'm going to start playing these things. I'm going to start off with the Schecter, and it's going through the Jackson Audio Golden Boy and wah pedal, volume pedal, and the Fractal FM3 with the Friedman HBE. Let me turn the gain down a little bit on it. Gain's on 5 on the HBE. And out of the FM3 straight into my Focusrite. So here we go. This is this was without the Golden Boy. And I think what I'll do is I'll cut the video so that you hear bridge pickup on this, bridge pickup on the Charvel, maybe both pickups on this, both pickups on the Charvel, and then the neck pickup on this, then the neck pickup on the Charvel. So here we go. All right, middle pickups, or middle selector, both pickups. All right, middle selector, both pickups. neck pickup. All right, neck pickup. All right, so there are your sound differences between these two instruments. And I'm sure that you can immediately hear what happens when I leave the bridge pickup on both guitars. The sound goes completely different directions. The Schecter stays very subdued, very even, and this thing stays bright and attacking and really clear. But it's a bit of a liability on stage with the bridge pickup on this guitar, specifically because of how bright it is. Any other guitar that I grab, I have to tweak the EQ on the FM3 if I switch from this guitar, or vice versa, just because of how bright this is. Now, if I play the whole show, rock on, no problems there. But if I break a string, which has happened, or if something's going on with the D-tuna and I can't quickly get from E to D and I just need to grab a guitar to use a different tuning, it's not the best transition sound-wise, because it's not an easy thing to tweak on the fly on the FM3 the way it is on like the Helix units or a real amp. But I do love the neck pickup, the way the neck pickup sounds in this guitar better than any other guitar I've ever owned. And that says a lot because I've owned some really expensive guitars, tragically. But for a $700 guitar with just a Seymour Duncan, nothing's fancy, nothing handmade or custom or anything like that, I think that the neck pickup on this guitar is unbeatable. It just sucks that it's got the shortcomings that come along with that compared to the Schecter. So hopefully a brighter neck pickup will wake up the sound a little bit more on the neck for those lead works. And I think that the bridge pickup is totally fine. It's unoffensively pretty good. I wouldn't say there's anything that wows me about it, but very few guitar bridge pickups have wowed me. I think that the Miracle Man that I had in the Ernie Ball, that was a phenomenal combination. But again, it wasn't like a huge difference. It was a little bit different, probably just the difference in the guitar itself, Pickups don't make a crazy big difference in instruments. I hope you know that by now. Hope I'm not dropping new knowledge on you guys. It just sort of tweaks a little bit what's already there. And for this guitar, all it needs is a little bit more top-end brightness out of the neck pickup. Other than that, this thing's going to be, it's already my number one at this point, just because of how well it plays. And yeah, I EQ around the top end on the neck pickup. It's not a big deal. Just add a little bit more treble and presence in the FM3. I'm good. So yeah, well, I'll do another video once I've done a couple of things to this, and we'll revisit it and see how it's held up after some more shows. We play a couple of times a month, maybe 3 times a month. So they get a workout, and this thing, God, I can't even count how many hundreds of shows this thing has been through. But it's a real workhorse, and for what it is and for what I paid for it, no problems. I can't fault it. I just wish that I had known at that time when I bought this how sensitive I would actually be to this big old blocky heel joint. But at the time, I was coming from a Prestige RG and the Ernie Ball Music Man Petrucci JP6. Two guitars with amazing neck joints. So to return back to that real nice, smooth, easy access heel pocket, that's nice. I'm probably going to leave this 1500 Floyd on there. I don't see any reason to change it. You know, I've got the Goto Floyd on this thing, and it's good. You know, it looks good. It's got the Cosmo block is kind of unique. But I didn't notice a huge difference over the 1000 series. There was a difference. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not, you know, not a huge difference. But for the $125-$135 that you can get the Goto Floyd for, and also being just a direct drop-in fit, it's not a bad upgrade, honestly. And I don't really see myself needing to upgrade this. I think that the stainless steel screws down here, I think that's, I mean, I would have done that regardless. And those locking nuts up there on the nut, the bolts up there, those would have been a good upgrade. Which I've got the stainless stuff here, locking, and I've also got. It's probably not going to focus. I've got the stainless stuff there too, and they work great. No more stripped or snapped or broken hardware since. So anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments about either of these guitars, let me know. I've spent hours and hours and hours with both of them. They're both phenomenal instruments. I just like one a whole lot better at this point, especially after playing it live. So yeah, and I guess I'll catch you guys in whenever my next video is. I know I don't do a whole bunch of gear review videos because I don't buy a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't get sent a whole lot of stuff either because, you know, I'm not a YouTuber by trade, and so yeah, these are just fun videos I throw together of stuff that I buy with my own money. You know, like Schecter. Nobody sent this to me except for the guy I paid my hard-earned money to. So yeah, if you guys like what you hear, see in the videos, just, you know, let me know if there's anything in specific you want me to talk about or show on either of these instruments. I'll be glad to. But other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all later.